I'm gonna rant. You may or may not know me from videos with the kid I babysit or a song I wrote called Victoria's Secret. As someone who signed a record deal because of TikTok, this UMG shit is making my blood boil. TikTok tried to renegotiate their music licensing deal with UMG, and UMG refused to agree. What this really means is TikTok said, hey labels, we grew a lot as an app over the last few years. We have benefited you so much. We know our worth. Here's what we're willing to pay for licensing. UMG was just like, nah, we want more money. Fun fact, Universal Music Group makes an average of $10 billion a year and is currently worth $52 billion. Billion. Every other label was like, fine, whatever. We respect you. You have a stronghold on the music culture. You are valuable to our business and to our artists. This seems fair. There wasn't enough money for the $52 billion company. UMG pulls all the music off TikTok and releases this stupid fucking statement. With respect to the issue of artists and songwriter compensation, TikTok proposed paying our artists and songwriters at a rate that's a fraction of the rate that similarly situated major social platforms pay today, as an indication of how little TikTok compensates artists and songwriters. Are they really trying to make this about songwriter compensation? Are they really implying that TikTok is screwing songwriters? Are we really gonna pretend like Universal's shaking down TikTok for more licensing cash for songs that these artists barely own has anything to do with paying songwriters fairly? They also accuse TikTok of trying to build a music-based business without paying fair value for the music. If this was really about UMG fighting for artists because TikTok royalties aren't paying enough, couldn't UMG bend a little bit on the licensing deal and find some way to dip into that 52 bill? Like, I don't know, maybe giving back some of their majority ownership of all their artists' master records? That would help. Then they go on to say that they want to protect their artists from online safety issues. Oh, and that TikTok relies on UMG songs and accounts for only about 1% of their total revenue. I don't know about you guys, but the last few years, my For You page has been Eras Tour clips, Olivia Rodrigo songs, Bad Bunny dance trends, Billie Eilish interacting with her fans, Young Gravy hitting on people's moms. I don't know. Is UMG really gonna act like TikTok was not the driving force behind every marketing campaign for all of their most successful artists this year? How many old man billionaires does it take to realize that they just lost millions of dollars in free marketing? Not to mention that there are now thousands of underpaid producers and songwriters that were on all those songs. TikTok was such a blessing for songwriters because for the first time ever, we didn't have to depend on a major label to like our song to get paid. We got to depend on you guys. And if you guys like songs we wrote, you made them blow up. You helped us pay for rent and groceries. And sure, UMG pulling music from TikTok might leave more room for new artists on the app to shine, and we love that. But the part that people don't see is that Universal also has this huge roster of artists that sign 90% of their masters and rights away. The same kids they discovered on TikTok. Those artists are not in the same boat as the Biebs and Taylor. They're in the let's see how this song does on TikTok first, and then maybe we'll consider investing in it and making you a priority boat. So instead of doing what they love, they destroy their mental health trying to make their songs go viral on TikTok because UMG told them to. In the meantime, their pennies go right back into this pool of cash that gets streamed up to all of their big A-list artists. As for me personally, TikTok has championed my original music way before I signed a record deal because they genuinely love giving starving artists a chance to beat a very shady system. UMG, y'all are dinosaurs, and I think this was a slimy power grab. You can't monopolize music anymore. Gen Z, better tastemakers than you. If you're not gonna support the bottom of your barrel, at least let them fucking thrive on here. Start respecting the fans. You start paying people fairly. You're throwing a fucking tantrum. Learn how to evolve. Power to the people.